All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully the most on your house, y'all. Is blessing your day. By His mercies, you aren't consumed. We're alive in the most on your house, y'all's body, and we're naturally alive, man. Um, I was gonna go into something real quick. Actually, this happened. Actually, you know what? It's crazy. I'm gonna talk about this. Actually, actually it happened. Actually, a while back, a few weeks ago, but because actually, there's an Ishmaelite or Arabic, his crossing guard outside where I live at, man. But it's all ties into like the new covenant things that nature, the gospel, the testimony, man. Because honestly, it's good. Like shout out to brother Kwame Call and Shalama and Aka War. Because like one, when we first understand like coming into like of course like it's me, I came in the conventional way. Like listen, we the people of the book, or the Israelites with the laws, statutes, commandments. But now, like there's more reading, like the brother Akawar said, reading this like through the Most High House's perspective. But the most important thing is the gospel, the testimony, the new covenant, man. But also too with that, man, want to take your time with it because what it is too. Here's a balanced thing with that, man. Because listen, Yahushua does come in the volume of the book, but and that's why a lot of times too, even amongst people that don't like, people that's why like, you're supposed to read it through his perspective, because like, when you kind of say that to people, or like when that's like now I notice that like, looking at it like even before I used to look at it, now it's like even before I kind of got this kind of understanding, this little even small understanding that the Most High Yahushua gave to me, even that's through other brothers as well that are preaching it, like and I heard and I'm hearing it and I heard it, and like um now I'm just trying to just follow that path now, follow the way now, which is Yahweh Shah, of course. But it's important you take your time with it as well, because a lot of times when you do that though, people don't really kind of respond to it, or people think okay, you're trying to kind of stretching it, kind of like reaching real quick, trying to add them into it. But no, man, it's just like he comes in the volume of the book. But also too, man, even sometimes I can get too I can get like, okay, cool. Maybe I'm just trying to like, take your time with it, man. Because certain things, even though like I look at everything gospel wise, but certain times, like, okay, that's just like, I'm just wrong about that one right there. But my point is being is that take your time, but also too, man, because this happened, man. Ishmaelite, Arab man, like, he's a crossing guard outside where I'm at, like, and he like, I don't know why, man, he was kind of creeping, and like, it's just crazy because we did a video about we talked about this on video while a few months ago, man, about like staying on point, man, because I was like, okay, cool, it was cool, we cool now, but like I mean, how I reacted, it was kind of like I could have been reacted better, man. I couldn't have been kind of so like I don't say I rudely reacted to him, but I was kind of like sizing him up a little bit. I'm like, yo, I kind of live right here, like what you kind of doing, like because kind of walking to, I mean, because I guess he wasn't it would listen, he's a crossing guard for the school, so he might not be familiar with me, but might not know that I live right here. But then like I thought he was like on some other type, he's just on some other type of time. But I like immediately, like I went back out and apologized to him, because like, listen, man, I live here, and I didn't mean like kind of be all like because he was like kind of standing there, but I was like, yo, I was just like, can I help you? I kind of said a little aggressive, not too aggressive, but I was like, kind of like, okay. But then I went out apologizing. It's good. But I was thinking about the scripture though, right here. Let's get this clear, and I'll just finish up reading. So, all right, 20:21. It says, it says, uh, it says a foolish man's it says a foolish man's foot is sooner in his neighbor's house, but a man of experience is ashamed of him. It says a fool will peep at the door a fool will peep in the door into his house, but he that is well nurtured will stand without. So yeah, man, this is basic manners, man. What Sirach and Ecclesiasticus is giving, man. It's like not like, listen, man. Like even me personally, like I'll recommend this. I try to do this, like even at job interviews, or like just like even it's still I'm at like I could know like not just me, like other people, man. I could know somebody for years, man, be family, or know somebody for years, and I still ask that, hey, can I like sit down, things that do you mind? Because that's just basic manners, like you just don't do that. Even if they say, of course, take a seat. It's just more of like you just don't want to peep in somebody's house and look right in and like creep in. Because I remember actually working for the city, man. Like I was working out in Kensington, and was when one of the workers like you know. And I understood where the brother with Jake was coming from, man, because like, but also too, I know what they was kind of doing, but you know, because they was like they was hustling whatever. But but then one of the people I was working with, man, he was kind of looking at houses, and the brother kind of was upset. But now looking at it from this standpoint, yeah, I could do understand why him getting a little upset. But was he kind of excessive with it? But yeah, it was like a confrontation about it. But he's like, yo, man, why you keep kind of looking in here? Look, this is somebody's crib. Like, that's just like this basic manners. These those don't do that, man. Like that's what they're going to on a natural tip, man. So and that's why I kind of got like kind of was like a little like little leery on that guy out there, man. The Arab man out there, man. The Ishmaelite out there, man. Because I was just like, yeah, but no, it was cool though. We actually talked now, cool. I was never upset or like about to snap on. No, it wasn't that deep. But I was just like kind of, cause listen, it's just like you gotta stay on point, man. Like like Joshua, man. Like when he saw that angel, he said, listen, are we with them or with us? Like, cause I don't know. He was probably grabbing on the sword, like. So that's just is what it is. But yeah, man, let's read this again, man, because I'm just saying that just on the natural tip. It says, "A fool will peep in the door a fool will peep at the door into the house, but he that is well nurtured will stand without." It says, "It is a rudeness of man that hearken unto the door, but a wise man will be grieved at with his disgrace." Yeah, so, but see, let's go John 10 real quick, man, because it says, "But a fool will peep at the door into the house, but he that is well nurtured will stand without. It is the rudeness of a man to hearken unto the door, but a wise man will be grieved with his disgrace." So yeah, now like listen, now let's look at this through the gospel standpoint, because we just hit it on the natural tip. Let's look at this gospel standpoint, right? Because I'm mentioning the gospel and new covenant, right? It's like the brother Kwame called Shalaman and Akawar said, man. Well, even once you start to understand the gospel, testimony, new covenant, man, you still don't want to go into gun ho, man. Because like, listen, because it says a fool people into the house, but he was no neutral standing without. So spiritually, man, you're gonna take your time with it. It's not just gonna like try to be gun ho with it, man. Because like a lot of times too, I know I made that mistake a lot of times. Yeah, I did make that mistake a lot when we first come in. The word, the knowledge, man, we get so zealous that we tell everybody about it, and sometimes you can tell some people wrong information, or like but that's more when you focus on doctrine, things like that, or you're just so excited that you forget you gotta like just move with wisdom, and actually now the more you understand, like the more it's more important, like more as you like grow in these things, like more your life has to be like symbolic of it, man. Just walk the word, man. Because honestly, I could tell anybody like all this information, all these precepts, all these verses, all these history things of that nature. At the end of the day, man, people will look at your life, man. Because like the brother sent me first one said, listen, what value what am I going to get by serving the Most High Yahushua, man? Like not only is this our duty to do, but it's like okay, like if you're trying to convince me to, well, one, he doesn't convince anybody, they don't convince anybody, but you're trying to win and bid them to marriage, trying to win them to the word. Like one, why would I do that if your life is not lining up with that, or they don't see the benefit in your life, man? That's what anything, like the brother sent me firstborn said, but like but also too, it's important to take your time, like because listen, John chapter 10 verse 9, and it says, "I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved. He shall go in and out and find pasture." And that lines up with that Psalms 23, green pasture. But it says, "A foolish man will stand in his neighbor's house, but a man of experience is ashamed of him." But let's get verse 23. It's all right. Ecclesiasticus 21 and 23. "A fool will peep at the door into the house, but he that is well nurtured will stand without." So yeah, exactly, man. So you take your time, because like spiritually, gospel wise, with this, a fool will peep into the house of the door. So okay, like the door is your house shot. Now you understand the gospel, the testimony, the new covenant. Now you're just going all gung ho with it. Like no, just take your time, man. Like I still got to take my time with this, man. Build yourself up in the faith. It's like more you read it from that perspective, and like the more actually the faith. It's really the gospel is for the faith, like the preaching is for the faith to be increases, and so your life can line up with that, man. Because honestly, that's why it said Noah walk with the Most High and Yahushua, man. Like and even I was really looking at Genesis 48 earlier. It says Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and like Joseph walked with the Most High Yahushua, man. Meaning their life, man. Like Beanie Siegel said it in The Truth. Honestly, that's crazy. The song called The Truth back 25 years ago. He said, listen, to be YB, you got to walk where I walk. Like, and it's ironically, the song is called The Truth, and Truth, John 8 and 32. And so, yeah, man. So let's get an example of that. Let's go to Acts 19 real quick. Example of trying to going a little bit going too gung ho a little bit, like just going like oh man, what's that? There's a scripture talking about when it says like forcing things a lot of times too. And that's why a lot of times too. Even recently, like watching like the Super Bowl, man. Like with the Eagles and the Chiefs, man, or even any other sports game things in nature. But a lot of times too, I would notice this in football a lot. Like but even any type of sport, like when the team is losing bad, like all this is use the Super Bowl for example, like then like you could tell at certain points in the game that Patrick Mahomes was just trying to force things because things wasn't going like just trying to get a big player, trying to get something going. And in life, you don't never want to do that, man, because actually, where's that at in Proverbs 20? Actually, Proverbs, no, where's that in Proverbs? I was just reading yesterday, man. Because about rushing with things, man. It's just like, yeah, you want things come. That's where that patience comes in. Then and that patience comes in, man. And things will flow naturally. Let's get Proverbs chapter yeah Proverbs chapter 19 verse 2, and this is in the Good News translation. Like also too, man, you have to be merciful as well, because even though I always go into like even our brothers and sisters outside the word saying Christianity or Jehovah's Witnesses, things of that nature, the zeal is good. It's for the act of knowledge, because zeal is good. But even though I'm about to read this, it's more like two things can be true, and you can, like as they say, you can walk in true gum. But it says enthusiasm. This is Proverbs 19 and 2 in the Good News translation. Enthusiasm without knowledge is not good, and patience will get you into trouble. So yeah, man, trying to be gung ho, force things, and patience will get you in trouble. Yeah, man, no, it's like actually. I was just watching when I saw Captain America on Tuesday. They got a new Karate Kid movie coming out, man, and it has actually Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan in it, But even in the original Karate Kid, man, what Mr. Miyagi was teaching them, man, Ralph Macchio's character, I forgot his name in it, but he's the whole wax on, wax off, man, and like he's wondering, man, like what's going on? Why am I just watching cars and stuff like that? He was teaching them patience, man. He was teaching them the whole time, like but really it was patience, man, because he really, and that's where that Sirach goes into, like when you come in just searching it, even like before the gospel or the new covenant, or like when you come in the word, you try to search out the deep things, man. Just master the basics, man. Like the love, the faith, all that types of stuff, man. So that's what it is in your life, reflecting that. Having seen people seeing you and seeing the Most High in your house, shot, man. So yeah, man. Well, let's just get an example of this, like going too gung ho, and like especially what something like this, man, because it can end up being to your detriment, man. Acts chapter 19 and verse 13, it says, and there were certain vagabond Jews, exorcists, that took upon them to call over which they had evil spirits by the name of the Lord. Yes, Yahushua, we adjure you by Yahushua whom Paul preacheth. And there were 7 sons of and there were 7 sons of Skevi, a Jew, and the chief of the priests, which did also. And the evil spirit and the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, Paul I know, but who are ye? And verse 19, verse 16, and on to the and the man whom the evil spirit leaped on him overcame them and prevailed against them, and so they fled of that which house was naked, and so they fled out of the house which was naked and wounded. So yeah, that's the thing is too. That's an example of that too. And also too, remember what I actually a sister had just my asking about fasting. But see, remember what I said to his disciples, said to Peter, must fast and prayer. Like you gotta be built up, like for to go against certain spirits, man. One, for really to overcome yourself, honestly, because that's your biggest enemy. But you gotta be built up to go against certain spirits, man. Like the bad battle certain things, or battle to go against Satan, man. Like because even like the brother sent me firstborn said like what you call him, on the class on Wednesday, man. He said, listen, man, like even brother Joel or y'all all said from so from Sons of Thunder, he said, man, Satan don't fight fair, man. Listen, you can't be Satan at his own game, because he's gonna tempt you with your own lust and desires, man. But remember how Shaki said, I battled Satan as light and I overcame him, so can we. But even that when James says like and I resist the devil and flee, like the brother sent me of the firstborn said, man, like when resist, man, that's saying pretty much you said we went face to face, like with Satan, man, and like and you overcame him like that, man. You still him like that proverb says, as a man speaks to man face to face, that's how like how should I handle Satan? He told him like no to his face, straight up, like So that's just is what it is, man. But you gotta be built up to do stuff like that, man. So, and we if not, man, you end up like this, like yeah, man. So it says, and whom the man, the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them. And so that they fled and the house naked and wounded. So yeah, so that's just what it is, man. So yeah, man, but that's all ties into like your house shall be in the door, and like a fool will peep at the door into the house, like your house shall be in the door, new covenant. But he that is well nurtured will stand without. So yeah, and that's what you gotta be well nurtured, like and like what's his nurture, man? What's his babe like? Doesn't that tie into like out of the mouth of babes, or like being born again, being coming as a little child, and what's his little children, little babies do? Had to get the milk, then eventually to meat. That's all tying into that, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. Much love to your brothers and sisters, man. So peace.